Hey kids, it's Arp. This is the ArpCast, somewhat live from the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains in eastern Tennessee. Today we talk about different things, weird people, and maybe unicorns and rainbows. We read poetry and short stories too. Most of all, we keep it real. This is the ArpCast, starting now. ArpCast number 40, January 17, 2018. 40 big ones. Never thought I would get here, I'm going to be honest with you. 40 shows for you, for me. I enjoy doing this. I love doing this. Follow us, YouTube, Blogger, right here on Instagram. It's for everyone. This is for everybody. I'm giving it away. I like doing it. And again, if you know me, you know I like to hear myself talk. I do. Narcissism at its best here on the ArpCast tonight. Day after day. Gone. 17 days. Right out the door. Right out the window. It's a little crack in the window. Stuff's getting out. Don't settle on the drapes. Don't do it. I want blue, you want green. There's a time for silk, there's a time for satin. I don't know who has satin drapes. I've never seen satin drapes. You, Bob? No. Never seen, but maybe. Okay. Don't settle on the drapes. A tremendous amount of time and debate goes into the making of drapes. The little battles in life, the skirmishes. This is bothering me. This is making me crazy. It's making me crazy. Why is it making you? You let it make you crazy. The sentiment. The dwelling on minutia. I don't understand. And look, I work and I live in an environment where it is about these little things. The choosing of sides. This is right, this is wrong. There's a time for that. There is a place where you have to make a decision and you have to go with your gut and you have to execute. I don't always understand how people get there sometimes. What's the motivation? I mean, really, the drapes, you want them to look good, yes, but ultimately you want them to block out the light or let the light in at the time of your choosing. I mean, there's a purpose. There's an end goal. There's an end in mind. I get that. The basking in the glory after the seamstress is gone. Right? She's taken the measurements. She's done this. She's done that. Oh, yes, I think, Miss Ma'am, sir, I think it'd be lovely. Silk. Let's go with the silk. Yeah. Big tapestries hanging in the living room. In the den. Those are your drapes. You picked them out. You feel good about your drapes. Those are my drapes. Yeah, I picked them out. Yeah. Susie didn't want those drapes, but I did and I won. I win. I win. What have you won? What exactly have you won by focusing on the drapes? How much is enough? Arguing and fiddle farting around on these little things all day long. I really want, if I were going to make a difference with my show, and I don't know if I am or not. It's not that I don't care whether I do or not in the long run, but I do want to make a difference. I want to make this difference. I want you to think about what you're focused on day to day. I want you to think about tomorrow when you walk into your workplace or your school or your house of worship or back into your home, making somebody laugh, making someone feel wonderful, making someone feel worthy. If I've accomplished that for one person, I have done a tremendous thing here. But how much is enough? Winning. Again, if I win one person, just one, over, and you go, you know what, Arp said this, that, or another, or something stupid, and I'm going to pass that on, and she's going to start laughing, I've done a good thing. I'm not poo-pooing winning. Not at all. Not at all. All I want to get to is the heart of three components of this thing, this little thing that popped into my head about the Drapes. Skirmishes, battles, and the war. We are ever consumed by skirmishes. Always, with ourselves, with others, country to country, politician to politician, debating, never-ending debate, skirmishes. Little things. And some would say, well, it goes from skirmish to battle to war. I get that. It does. You're right. You're right, it does. But it's about where your focus is. It's about what you really believe ought to be done for the betterment of your soul, the souls around you, and the entirety of it all. Do you have an effect on? I think you do. Do I? I think I do. After some time. But ultimately, it starts here with me. And this war that I have to fight with myself to become a better person. It's not the skirmishes. I argue it's not even the battles at some point. It's about the war. It's about winning it all. And, you know, the funny thing is, after all this and all the opinion and rhetoric, and some are probably thinking crap that I've spewed out here tonight and in past ArpCasts, you get to choose that war. Not I. I don't get to choose it for you. Nor does anybody else. You do. And I think that when you do that and you apply yourself, that's a huge accomplishment. And again, if there is one thing that you learn or do or apply, whatever it is, from all this blather, faux comedy, craziness, wackoness, man listening to himself talk, whatever all that is, walk away with one thing and apply it. And you go, you know, that felt good. Felt good for me, felt good for the other person or the group of people on the other side. That's huge. That's the war. Happiness for others through what you do, lifting yourself up, further and further and further and further. It's a wonderful thing. It's the war. That is the war. I just don't settle on the Drapes. Don't get caught up in that. The small things, the little things. We all do it. I do it all day long. Focus your life on the big picture. The big things in life. So I've gone on here for about 9 minutes and 6, 7, 8 seconds, something like that. Make sure to follow me on YouTube. You won't regret it. Listen to the program. Let me know what you're thinking. I love you guys. I love that some of you are listening out there every day. Thanks so much. Well, kids, you know who this is. It's Arp, damn it. You have been listening to the ArpCast, a sensational, fact-filled experience meant to change the world. I'm happy you stopped by. Our sponsors, those greedy, wily bastards, thank you too. Make sure to write, this has been the ArpCast. I'm out.